What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Roy, accompanied by the one, the only, the Dominican bad man, the Canadian killer, the
Yapping, huh?
crypto savant, the stock market
That's
maestro, the
crazy.
live bet king,
That's crazy.
Sergio, aka the floor price guy. And we're combat sport guys coming back to you with another full card breakdown. This time in the form of UFC Freedom 250 live from the White House on a Sunday,
That's
which is
Blanca.
different, which is different. But before we get into this card, I want to ask you how you doing, my man.
I'm good, brother. You're yapping me up. You're, Gemini
Hyping
twins
you up.
over here.
Listen, you got to hype up your crew, bro. If you don't hype up your people, what are you doing?
What
What's
are you
going
doing,
on?
right? Right?
What are you doing? But before we talk about this card, I'm glad you're doing well. It's always nice to hear your voice, brother, and be doing this with you. I want to talk about last week. Gabriel Bonfim giving Bilal Muhammad another L. What a great card for us. I think I went 11 of 13 on picks, whereas you went, I think, 9 of 13 or 10 of 13. Overall, good card, good picks, good bet. My most confident pick, Fares Ziam, fell short. And you called it nicely, man. Take it away, brother.
No, I mean, look, like that was a little bit of an issue. Let me just switch things up over here. I was not expecting that. But if we look at kind of the bets, like, dude, it was interesting how that fight was kind of portrayed, right? I think I ended up putting
Look at
money
that.
on
Tom
money on
Nolan.
Tom Nolan at plus 154. Identified, because it was just too close. And then, like, I think he got hurt, and that's where things changed, right?
Yep.
And yeah, it reminded me of Gomes and what's that cat Hyder? Kind of
Hatter
like
Mill.
close fight, and the Frenchman, and I don't know, man. It was just interesting. Like fuck. I mean, welcome Nolan to the top 15. I think that's the most like holy shit moment. We talk about Bilal Muhammad, brother. Let me tell you something. Bilal is not in a good place right now, man.
I think we called it perfectly, and I'm surprised a lot of people haven't mentioned it. Ever since he stopped training with the Khabib camp, he kind of went away from that style, that pressure heavy style, right? Like he's been using his hands a lot more. He's fallen in love with it. But Gabriel Bonfim he's a different animal, man. I think him versus Jack Della Maddalena would be a good fight, right? I think you give him them. I think that's a good fight to
Yeah, I
make.
mean he's top five now. You see that's what's so interesting about the Bilal fight is that Bilal went in there, and I'm like, okay, Bilal might have a shot, and so immediately backpedaling, backpedaling. Bro, what are you a karate fighter now, bro? You like what are you doing,
Exactly.
bro? Like it's just nothing, bro. And then what happened was every time you gain confidence, Bonfim would just bully him. Da, da. Like and you're just like so immediately I saw that, I'm like, I gotta put a bet now because Bilal doesn't give the first round away. You feel me?
Yeah,
It,
and we gave you some solid dogs in Tom Nolan at a plus 145. We also give you Edgar Chairez money line. We gave you Ewo inside the distance, Costa
right
versus
here.
Snell under 1.5. We gave you some parlays. As always, we try to hold ourselves accountable. Some of the parlays didn't hit, some of the bets didn't hit,
Brito.
but
Brito. Fuck.
Brito minus 166 was a solid pick. Look at that plus 118 parlay. Jesla Chavez, McGee, and go down, go down, go down. Jesla Chavez, McGee, and Alessandro Costa for a plus 118. So we always look to give you guys a dog money play, a dog money parlay, and a dog money prop, right? We always look to give you those. So we were successful in this and that night, and we're gonna look to be successful on this UFC Freedom 250 card. As always, make sure you follow us on X at Combat Sport Guys, on Threads at Combat Sport Guys, on Instagram at Combat Sport Guys for your updates. We will be live for this card. Tap in, send us a message, talk to us. Sergio has been killing it with the live bets, and I'm pretty sure he's going to continue doing that this weekend on his hyped 7-fight card. Look at that, bro. What are you doing right there, bro? That's your division right there. Go back, bro.
What's my
Go back,
division?
bro. What are you doing right there, bro? You think you could take my boy on the right?
Oh, dude, 100%.
Eddie Hall? You think you could take Eddie Hall?
100%, bro.
Eddie
100%.
Hall's got hands, bro.
He got paper hands, bro. What is he gonna do?
All right, all right, all right. Let's move on to this card. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Kicking off UFC Freedom 250, there's some things I want to note. They are going to be outdoors. I don't know what the weather is going to be like. I'm assuming it's going to be hot. There's going to be no AC. So if you have cardio concerns for any of these fighters, take that into consideration. And let's get into this breakdown. We have Diego Lopez taking on Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia has been on quite the tear. He's coming off that main event KO win to David Anama, where he put it on him. He's coming up against Diego Lopez. He's coming off that unanimous decision loss to Alexander Volkanovski, too, where he broke both legs, if I'm not mistaken. And he didn't even come in with a different game plan. And I think when you look at that fight and you compare it to this fight, Alexander Volkanovski poses a different threat than Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia is dangerous with the hands, right? He has the boxing, he has the power. But I think where Volkanovski thrives is he has the threat of takedown, the takedown defense, and he has the footwork. And I think the footwork was an issue for Diego Lopez. It was the biggest because Volkanovski had that in and out, in and out, in and out, that point fighting, right? And we didn't really see him incorporate that wrestling game plan. Diego Lopez did look good against Gene Silva, right? Where he used that aggression against Gene Silva. He got that takedown in the first round. He pummeled him. And in the second round, he got the knockout. Here, depending on how you look at this fight, do you think Steve Garcia in a 3-round fight is going to be able to use that pressure, move forward, fight off the jab, and kind of beat Diego Lopez on the feet? Because we saw Diego Lopez take some of Gene Silva's best shots. And Gene Silva's a dangerous cat, right? So if you believe that Steve Garcia can beat him on the feet, he's a southpaw, he's going to pose that threat to Diego Lopez, potentially knock him out or beat him on the feet in points, then you have that option, you have that route. I can see why you picked that. He's a good boxer, he has good pocket boxing, and he can utilize wrestling if needed. Where Lopez thrives is he's an aggressive striker, right? He throws those meaty hooks, but his striking is pretty decent. He has Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he also has that wrestling background that we didn't see too much against Alexander Volkanovski, right? He's been training with the Ohio State wrestling team. He lives in Ohio. So I think what we didn't see in the Volkanovski fight, we're going to see here. I don't think Garcia poses the same threat of footwork as Volkanovski. And I think Diego Lopez, if he's smart, is going to be able to suppress some of that boxing and use those calf kicks like he was doing against Alexander Volkanovski, get the wrestling going, and maybe look for a sub, maybe snatch up a sub because he's a better submission specialist than Steve Garcia, or went on the card. So I'm going to go with Diego Lopez here.
I mean, it's really like what do you kind of like, Steve Garcia is rising up the ranks, like 7-fight winning streak, only lost to Machete. I think it's the guy called Machete.
Yes.
And like he's looked amazing in his last couple fights. The David Onama fight, like David Onama is not him. That's the thing. He faces now the number 2 guy in that division. That's the thing. Diego Lopez is in a position where he just has to fight anybody given, right? I think Diego Lopez has gotten better. Even his wrestling, I think with fighters that tend to be a little bit more aggressive, he excels, right? Steve Garcia is a forward, aggressive.
He's a big guy too. He's a big boy for the division.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing that does it concern me. Probably he's coming out a little bit more cardio. I mean, I've never seen Steve Garcia went 5 rounds with Cater. He didn't go 5 rounds with Cater.
He did. He went. It was a 3-round fight. I think it was 3 rounds.
Yeah, it was 3 rounds. It was because he was not the main event. It was Teixeira. I mean, look, I'm gonna go with Diego Lopez here. I'm concerned about betting. I would just say that. Like, I would love to see the weigh-ins. I would love to see kind of maybe Steve Garcia has a little bit of a cardio issue.
Here's my concern, bro. Diego Lopez said that he agreed to this fight, but he didn't know when the fight was gonna be. He said that he agreed. I don't know if you saw that interview. He said, I agreed to fight Steve Garcia, and then they announced it, and it was for the White House. So I don't know if because remember, he broke both legs, bro. So I don't know how long it took him to recover and how long he's been training. That's my only concern. But aside from, I just wanted to mention that, right? I just wanted to mention that.
But he can break something in 4 months and come back. So that might be an indication of, hey, maybe, if you're going to parlay this one, maybe be careful with this one, right? Because you don't.
Yeah, because the odds favor Lopez pretty heavy at -170. I mean, I think Steve Garcia is a decent dog to bet on, bro. If you believe his path to victory is what we mentioned, right?
And the other thing is, like, when you face Volkanovski, you're facing a guy that in the rematch,
he has it all. He has it all.
But he gets better in the rematches. And the only time that he really fucked up, was when he fought Islam, and he came in a week notice and under shape, drinking beer. Like, it's the 2 fights are contrast. Like, they don't match, right? So just take that into consideration, right? That's how good Diego Lopez is.
Yes, and then Diego Lopez has lost to people who are either the champion and Alexander Volkanovski, or who's next in line for the title in Movsar Evloev, right?
Yeah.
So
Movsar
So,
was
do you rank Steve Garcia up with those guys that's going to defeat Diego Lopez when he's fought the likes of Calvin Kattar, who's past his prime? Like he hasn't looked good since that Max
David or
Holloway
not.
fight.
David
Since
or
that
not,
Max
but
Holloway fight, Kyle Nelson. I mean, Kyle Nelson has been getting KO'd. Sungwoo Choi. I mean, Melquisel Costa. That fight, that knockout aged well, right? The Melquisel Costa, and then the David Onama. He was outside the top 15. So depends how you look at it.
it's a little bit of a interesting. Like I said, it's yeah. Let's see if Diego belongs in the top 5. We're gonna find
We'll
out
see.
Sunday.
We'll see. But I'm gonna pick Diego Lopez. You know, I'm a big fan of Diego Lopez. No bias here, but I just think stylistically he has more tools to win this fight. If he just engages in a brawl, he's gonna be in for a long night, bro. It's gonna be a long night, bro. But anyways, let's move on to our next fight. We have America's own Bo Nickel taking on Kyle Dawkins. Bo Nickel last beat Rodolfo Vieira via KO, whereas Dawkins last beat GM3 via submission. Listen, Dawkins' second stint in the UFC, we doubted him. When he came back and he fought Michel Pereira, we were all over Michel Pereira. We were licking our lips. We said, "Oh, Michel Pereira's coming back after that fluffy loss. He's gonna get his soul back. He's gonna, bounce back with the win, knock this cat out." Wrong. Kyle Dawkins put the paws on him, knocked him out. And then GM3, they gave him that fight, and we knew, okay, this guy just knocked out Pereira. He's probably gonna knock out GM3. And what did he do? He submitted him. So Dawkins has been looking good in his return to the UFC, right? He has a solid submission game. He fights well in the clinch. He can be chinny. He has been knocked out in the past. He doesn't have the best takedown entries. He is primarily a grappler. He has okay boxing. I think he's going to be the better striker of the two. He's fighting Bo Nickel, who, as we all know, he's a Division I 3-time champ. He's a solid grappler with tremendous upside. I think what discourages people or turns people off to Bo Nickel is his mouth, right? The way he talks. He's a bit cocky, right? And I think Rene de Ritter really humbled him when he threw those knees up the middle and hurt him. And, Bo Nickel, he had a statement win against Rodolfo Vieira, but Rodolfo Vieira is not a good, he's a jiu-jitsu guy, right? He doesn't have the best striking. So he knocked him out with that head kick. But I hope Nickel didn't fall in love. I'm glad he got that KO win, and I hope he doesn't go in here and try to resort to the striking, right? Because if you rewatch that fight against Paul Craig, he was just spamming overhand rights. Yeah. And you're somebody who has a striking background, you have a boxing background. And what did you think of his striking technique, bro? Or his what's it called? His combination mix-up, right? He was predictable, right? He was telegraphing a lot of his shots. And against Rodolfo Vieira, some of those strikes weren't good. And I think Dawkins is going to be the better striker here. Nickel needs to just mix it all together now. He already showcased that he can knock somebody out. He already showcased that he can be entertaining. Now you just put it all together, right? You put it all together. You strike a little bit. You shoot for the takedowns, and then you get to work. So I'm going to go with Nickel here. Being an All-American, right? Being a Division I champ. On UFC 250, he should get the win here. So I'm going to go with Bo Nickel. But if he does try to strike with Kyle Dawkins, it could look long, bro. I'm gonna go with Bo.
I think Bo is going to be shooting. When you're going to a UFC 250 Freedom event like this, there's going to be a lot of eyes, and it's
exactly
winning by, putting what do you call it? Putting yourself out there to lose to entertain the fans would be the worst idea he could do.
Exactly.
He's gonna mix it up from the outside. And thing is, if Kyle throws a kick, he's gonna try to take him down, right? So he's gonna try to clinch, press him forward.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But Bo Nickel knows that there's a lot at stake here, so I'm gonna go with Bo Nickel. How Kyle gets it done? Dude, the reach, he's 2 inches is nothing. I thought Kyle was the bigger fighter, but he's not. And
he's just taller.
Yeah, 2 inches though. I mean,
and when I do these breakdowns, I try to give a pass to victory for both fighters, and then choose which one I think is more likely to happen, right? And you said it perfectly. This is a big card, a lot riding, a lot of people watching, a lot of potential sponsors, right? A lot of more money.
I don't think it's gonna be sponsors. I think
no. I said potential sponsors for them after the fact. Yeah. So. Exactly. There's a lot riding, and I agree with you in that regard wholeheartedly. So I think Bo Nickel's going to come in here. He's going to put it together, jab, shoot, right? Set up his takedowns really nicely, and it should be a dominant win for Bo Nickel. So we're both on the side of Bo Nickel. We'll move on to our next fight. Contrary to what you just said, Mauricio Hufi taking on Michael Chandler. I don't think Michael Chandler's gonna go back to the wrestling, brother. I think this man's gonna try to entertain. How many times have we seen Michael Chandler just not revert to his old self, right? Like his old self was the gritty wrestler that would go in there and entertain and shoot those takedowns and
Yes.
pressure wrestle you. Last time out, he lost to Paddy Pimblett via KO. Hoofy last beat Rafael Fiziev via KO, where we called it, right? A lot of people were saying Fiziev's one of the better strikers, and he is a good striker. He's a striking coach, Muay Thai, right? Tiger Muay Thai, I believe. And he gave him his first KO in a long time, or his first KO in the UFC.
Yeah.
So Hoofy bounced back from that loss to Benoit Saint Denis against Fiziev because Benoit Saint Denis really exposed him on the ground, right? He got that rear naked choke. And a lot of people lost confidence in Hoofy, but he showed great takedown defense against Fiziev. He got the knockout. His striking is fluid. We already know what he brings to the table. He has that wide stance, that Conor McGregor-esque stance, right? Really good striking, really nice counter striking, good takedown defense, contrary to the Benoit Saint Denis fight. He also left the Fighting Nerds, right? And I think that was something that he said it was not official. And then later on, it became official, right? He's training with Volkanovski again. There's videos of him and Volkanovski training. So he's using that camp again to train for this upcoming fight. And I think they're going to prepare him really well. That camp does a good job. You got Chandler, who's coming off that vicious KO loss to Paddy Pimblett. He's a Division I wrestler. He's aggressive. He pushes the pace. He throws bombs. He likes to entertain. He has been accused of being dirty in the past, right? Dustin Poirier, right, with the fish hook to the mouth.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira with the strikes to the back of the head.
That is a nasty fighter, bro.
He's a nasty fighter, but he does what he has to do, right? And in the UFC, he has what you call the Dana White privilege, right? He's getting all these fights. He's an entertaining card, and he's an entertaining fighter. But you have to have him on the White House card, right? He's an American. You have him on the White House card. I think Hoofy's gonna give him a vicious finish here, right? If he fights the way he's been fighting. I don't see Chandler coming in with the wrestle heavy game plan. Even if he does, I think Hoofy's going to be too big. He's going to be able to sprawl, try to get him out of there early. I do have a little bit of concern that it is outside. I wonder how Hoofy's gas tank is going to be, right? Because against Benoit Saint Denis, he did slow down, right? Yeah. But I'm going to go with Hoofy here. I think Hoofy can knock him out.
You know, it's crazy. Like, the odds are really spreading. Hoofy right now is a minus 700. Yeah, minus 700. Woo, what does that tell you, bro? Minus 700. The other cat, Bo Nichols, sitting at a minus 325. I like that. Minus 325. And then you have, I'm going to go with Roofy, man. I mean, like, the thing is, like, if you ask me who's a tougher fighter, Chandler versus Fiziev, Fiziev is a tougher fight.
I think Fiziev, because he poses that threat on the feet, right? I mean, he's also small. Like, I don't want to say he's small, but I think Fiziev will benefit fighting at featherweight, right? Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, and remember he was speaking about going to featherweight, and it's just they just called him back and said, "Hey, just run it with Ignacio Bahamondes," and got the W, and then run it with this guy. I just put up parlay, by the way. That's why I was like, I was looking at my lips. I was like, Roofy takes this however he wants. Chandler is not the fighter he once was. We got to see it in so many different fights. When's the last time Chandler fought Paddy?
He fought Paddy and he got destroyed in that fight, remember?
Yeah, I mean,
he had us thinking Paddy was going to knock out my guy, bro. He had us thinking Paddy was going to knock out but submit Justin Gaethje. We'll talk about that later, though.
You know what's interesting is that if Chandler does win, it puts him closer to Conor McGregor, because then you could debate that he fought a guy with the style of Conor McGregor.
Well, a lot of people are championing and they're arguing that, and I get what you're saying. That's a good point. But a lot of people are saying that it should be Hoofy versus Max and Chandler versus Conor, right?
It's just Max is too high. Max is too high. It's just Max is a star. Hoofy's still not that guy. And the thing is that they're not ready to. What do you call it? It's like wrestling, right? When the Undertaker faces John Cena for the first, and John Cena has to take the knee. They're not gonna let Roofy take the knee because it's still Holloway's still.
I get you, yeah. And also, I think that fight's gonna be at 170, right? And it's a better sell for McGregor because Max only poses a striking threat, right? Poses. I mean, he can grapple, but do you see him grappling McGregor? It's gonna be.
Pause it for a second.
Brief pause. We had a phone call. We're both sticking with Mauricio Hoofy for this fight. We'll move on to our next bout. We have some heavyweights, bro. We got your division, brother. We got your division. We got hit us with it. Hit us with it. Come on, hit us with it. We
like
got your boy Derek Lewis taking on Josh Hokett. Hokett's cringe, man. I don't know how people like it. Oh, I like the character. Keep doing it. Sell yourself. That shit is cringe, bro. Did you see him trying to do the stand up comedy?
Vato
What are we?
loco.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
It's just cringe, bro. It's just like
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to my people, bro.
there's a
What are you
part
trying
of
to do?
America. No, but the reality is, bro, you know how sick it is. There's a part of America that loves that shit. That's funny as fuck.
That you know what it is? That's the Los gringos. They like that type of stuff, bro. Oh, that's hilarious. Nah, get the fuck out of here,
So
bro.
funny with little MAGA hat on. But anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, we got Derek Lewis taking on Josh Hokett. Josh Hokett last time out beat Curtis Blades via unanimous decision, where it was such an entertaining fight, right? Everybody was counting this dude out. You know, he's fighting a top 5 fighter. And what did he do? He negated the wrestling and he stuck to the paws, right? He threw the paws against Curtis Blades. He did get tagged a few times. He was tired, but he kept coming. You know, a lot of it, I think, too, was showmanship. Like, I think he was kind of like trying to pretend like he was tired, but a lot of times he was kind of like overdoing it that he was tired. He gave me to kind of bait Curtis Blades. If you rewatch that fight, so Hokett looked good in that fight. He's going up against Derek Lewis, who's coming off that KO loss to Waldo Cortez. Prior to that, he got the KO win against Tyson Teixeira, but Tyson Teixeira is not. He's not top 10 material, brother. They try to put a rocket ship on that guy, and it went. Pavlovich knocked him out. You know, he beat Tafa, who has not looked good, bro. But anyways, that Waldo Cortez fight was interesting because he kind of just fell to the ground and just accepted it and got beat. Remember the way he fell, bro? He kind of just fell backwards off a jab, accepted it, and then Waldo was like, "What are we doing, bro? All right, pop, 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 pop."
That's how he always does. Like when Derek is when I mean, the only time he wasn't like that was against Volkov, right?
Exactly. And Derek Lewis, you know, not to discredit him, right? He has the most knockouts in heavyweight history. He's very powerful. He has the puncher's chance. He is in high volume. He's deadly, dude. His cardio does fade away, and this fight is outdoors. He's going up against Hokett, who I mentioned, you know, looked good on the feet. He does have that wrestling background. He's a former NFL player, a former wrestler. We saw him wrestle against Bo Nickel, right? Earlier in their days. He has competed for a National Wrestling Championship. He's a 2-time NCAA Division I All-American. He's got fast hands. He secured takedowns if needed. I think in this fight, he should mix in the grappling. I think we're going to see him mix in the grappling. Like, as you mentioned earlier, and it's going to be a consistent theme, is this is a big card, right? I don't think, like, which version of Hokett do you think is going to come in, right? Do you think he's going to come in and try to stand and bang with Derek Lewis? No, or do you think he's going to tire him out?
He said it. He said, I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play that game.
And there's too much to at risk here, right? So I'm hoping, in my mind, the way I see this playing out is that he's going to, you know, kind of bait Derek Lewis and then shoot for that takedown, get him tired, and then maybe keep it standing in the later rounds, right? When he's tired because they are outdoors, or just not even play, bro. Just get down to the ground, look for submission, look for a ground and pound, whatever it may be. But I'm going to go for Hokett here. I think Hokett has that grappling edge. And if he's smart, he's going to stick to that and use that. But Lewis, if you like a dog and you think he's going to knock him out, right, because he is Trump's favorite fighter, bet the dog. But I'm going to go with Hokett here.
No, I'm going to go with Hokett. Hokett, I mean, like, you could say, oh, look at the reach. Well, Curtis Blade had a better reach. Curtis Blade was 6'2", but he was 8-inch reach. The problem is the striking of Lewis is a little bit more refined. The only issue is, like, when Josh throws punches, it's like it's just like bah, bah. Like, it's, I mean, that's what it takes to be in the heavyweight division. It's just, you just gotta throw overhand rights. Yeah, it's crazy that you look at that fight. That was it's crazy. But I'm gonna go with Hokett. I mean, there's nothing to overthink here. I mean, Derek Lewis, like, 41 years old. You don't know if he has back problems, because for the fight with Waldo, apparently, you know, he healthy, but he had back issues apparently.
And he came in lighter for that fight, didn't he? Didn't he get his conditioning and his cardio locked in apparently?
His dream is to be 240, he said. I want to be 240.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna go with Hokett, bro. I don't think we need to overanalyze this. A close to 42-year-old Derek Lewis is not the pick for me. I'll tell you that right now.
And then the only concern is Hawkett did fight. What was it, last month? 2 months ago? I mean,
Yeah.
he got this fight after that fight with Curtis Blade. So he was banged up. So we'll see how he looks coming into this fight. But I'm not too worried about that. But I just want to add that, right?
Yeah.
And then Derek Lewis got knocked out 2-3 months ago. So we'll see what happens here. We're both going with Hokit. We feel that he has the cardio and the grappling edge here. They are fighting outdoors. Just a reminder. We'll see what happens. Next up, we have the ever so gracious Ayman Sahabi with that beautiful footwork, brother. That beautiful technique, that movement that you love so much, going up against Sean O'Malley. If you didn't sense my sarcasm,
Oh, it was there.
sarcasm. That was sarcasm.
It
Sean O'Malley last beat Yadong Song via unanimous decision, where I think that fight was a lot closer, right? Like there was times when Yadong Song had him in that on the ground on his back, and Sean O'Malley was looking at the ref like, "Yo, what are we doing? What's going on? Yo, what's up?"
Yeah.
That the what won him that fight was that third round where he picked it up, right, and he started banging and hurting Yadong Song. He cut him open. But anyways, he's a striker. He has good octagon control on the feet. He's dangerous. He has that beautiful counter striking that we've all seen him use. Against Marab, he fought a little defensively, meaning that he was anticipating the takedown, right? Yadong Song, we saw him kind of flow a little bit. And here against Ayman Zahabi, I don't think he has that fear or that threat as much, even though Ayman Zahabi can shoot for takedowns if he wants, but he's mainly a boxer who comes forward with volume, right? When you look at Zahabi, he's a good striker. He has nice boxing. He doesn't throw with the most volume, but he can push a pace, right? He'll throw big shots. He's well-rounded. As I mentioned here earlier, and in my notes, I have his footwork is horrendous. I have that in my notes, bro. His footwork is horrendous. He's flat-footed, right? He's like Jamal Hill, bro. You ever see Jamal Hill's, like, I love it on X when people post a clip of him versus Teixeira, and it's just his feet, and it's Jamal Hill, right? He has one of the worst takedowns. But the important thing to note, and if you watch Zahabi's previous fights, Vera dropped him. And the thing that I noticed in watching that Chito Vera fight is he was biting on every feint that Chito Vera was giving him, right? So he's going up against a more dangerous striker who's going to feint, who has the reach, who can utilize the jab and can counter strike, right? Especially if he's pushing forward. Jose Aldo dropped him with that soccer kick and almost finished him. How he won that fight, I don't know. He was gassed. He pulled out that victory. I thought he should have lost that fight, but he won it. I think Sean O'Malley, you got a boxer who moves forward up against a counter striker. I'm going to go with Sean O'Malley here, man. I think Sean O'Malley should be okay. Now, the only issue is if Ayman Zahabi comes in with that grappling game plan, right? But I don't think so.
No,
I think he's been getting away with victories, bro. I mean, Vera dropped him. 50-year-old Jose Aldo dropped him. I think Sean O'Malley can drop him, bro.
Sean finishes him. Like, it's not up for discussion. And like, and like Yadong tried to take him down, took him down, but he got back up, right? And the question is, who do you think is more physical strong? Who's more physical? Who's stronger? Zong or?
Oh, Song's younger, bro. He's 24, 25, whatever he is, 28.
So the thing with O'Malley just needs to be tight. And the thing is, O'Malley has shown striking volume in the past. So as long as he kind of gets in the boat of like jab, strike, like he starts to do what he did with his previous opponents, like he has the path for victory. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley gets it done. I mean, damn. If Zahabi wins, GG's, my boy. GG's.
If Zahabi wins, GG's. Yeah, GG's. I'm not a fan of him. I mean, he has a good camp, right? He's training over there with what's his name? I forget his name. What's his coach's name?
Firas, his brother, Firas, and GSP.
Yeah. So they game plan pretty well. So if they come in with that game plan to just suppress the striking and grapple, right, on the White House card, it'd be interesting. But you think we're gonna let a fucking Canadian, bro, come into the White House and beat us, dog? I know you're Canadian, bro, and I respect you and I love you, and we have that friendship, but ain't no way a fucking Canadian's gonna come into the White House, bro. You think the Canadian's gonna invade the White House? With you guys don't even have guns out there, bro. How's he gonna invade with his fist and that horrendous footwork?
Yeah, with
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Listen. Sean O'Malley wouldn't be my first American that I picked to defend us, bro, against a Canadian, but he needs to get it done, bro.
He needs to get it done.
Canadians have a bad track record against Americans, bro. Think about it, bro. Think about it. Drake.
Everybody except GSP was the guy. GSP.
Yeah, that was the only time, bro. But
Yeah,
think about
helped him a
Drake versus
lot.
Kendrick. What happened with Drake versus Kendrick, bro? You got murdered.
Let's move on to the next fight.
I'm just poking fun. All right. Hey,
That's
we have our
crazy.
co-main event. We have Alex Pereira chasing history going up against Cyril Gahn, who's also chasing history as having the most freaking gifted title weight opportunities in the heavyweight division. What is this? His fifth time? His fourth time? Is it? We had the Francis Ngannou,
Second.
John Jones.
Sorry, third, fourth.
This is his fourth time, right? That's ridiculous. Pereira searching to become the first individual to become a 3-weight class champion, right? He was the middleweight champion, right? He was the light heavyweight champion. And now he is fighting at heavyweight up against Cyril Gahn. Pereira last time out beat Magomed Ankalaev via KO in the rematch, right? No questions asked. He came back. He knocked him out. He said, I was struggling with sicknesses in the first fight. We got it done. No questions asked. I'm moving up to heavyweight. Whether you think Cyril Gahn deserves it or whether John Jones should have been on this card, we're getting Cyril Gahn. Cyril Gahn last had a no contest via Tom Aspinall, eye pokes. He was tagging Tom Aspinall early in that fight, but he was also getting tagged. And obviously, that unfortunate circumstance, eye poke, happened, and that fight was a no contest. So we don't know what would have happened in that fight. You look at Pereira, he has the kickboxing background, that left hand of death. He has the leg kicks. And who knows what's going to happen now that he's fighting 30 pounds, 40 pounds over, right? Because you make the weight at 205. How much do you think he's coming in on fight night? Like at 230? When he was fighting at heavyweight?
Pereira's 258.
No.
Right?
When he was fighting at light heavyweight, when he was making weight at...
He was 220. He's always...
Okay, so now he's going to weigh like what, 230, 240? So what do you think that's going to do to his power? It's going to go up. And he's fighting an individual in Cyril Gahn who has good striking. A lot of people talk about his volume and footwork for a heavyweight. His takedown defense is at a 43%. He's had some close fights, right? That Volkov fight, a lot of people thought he lost that fight, but he was gifted that decision, right? He was gifted that decision. John Jones submitted him in a weird fight. And against Tom Aspinall, he looked good on the feet, but he's a better striker than Tom Aspinall, right? Tom Aspinall is more so of a reckless come forward, just take you down and pummel you, right? So he looked good. But what's going to happen in this fight, man? He's going to be trying to use that footwork. And I think the key differential thing here between Alex Pereira and all the other guys that he's fought is he has that kick game, right? Those calf kicks, man, those vicious calf kicks. And I think he's going to disrupt, or he should look to disrupt Cyril Gahn's movement, right? Throw those calf kicks early, man. And he has that strong stance, bro. Like, he moves forward, but he doesn't really pressure you. He pressures you in the sense that he moves forward, but you know, Cyril Gahn has that footwork where he moves in and out because people are chasing him, right? And I don't think Alex Pereira is going to chase him as much. I think he's going to utilize those calf kicks early and find the knockout punch. He does give up a little bit of reach, but they are the same height, right? He gives up 2-inch reach, but I don't think that's an issue for Cyril Gahn because he doesn't really work off the jab. He kind of works more off of his footwork. I think Alex Pereira is going to make history here, man. And become
Alex a bit too. I got a picture with Alex. Alex met him. I really wanted to take a punch from Alex, and these guys like, no.
You let you, bro?
Then you sue. We're in Canada. Then you sue, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna sue, bro. Punch you, bro. I wanted to taste that mythical power, bro. But when I met him, bro, he was easy 220, 230. Like
big guy, huh?
Yeah,
6'5", bro.
Oh, yeah, 6'5".
His height. He's a big dude.
6'4". He has I remember closing my fist and it's 2 times, like 1.5 times bigger than me, right? So he hits hard, man. I mean, this is a great fight. A lot of people have this fight even because they've seen the videos and they're saying, oh, well, Alex is slow, obviously. And this is like, bro, that's training. And that is very different. When did he fight again? Like he fought 8 months ago, he's always been big. It's not one of these guys, like he didn't do what John Jones did. John Jones had to take 2 years to train.
He had to take a little bit of extracurriculars, bro.
There's nothing wrong with it. Listen, bro, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's your go. That's
my go, bro. And okay, so I was going to tell you, Dana White was speaking about this fight, and the plans were, we want to get Tom Aspinall, but Tom is always bitching about his eyes. So
listen, brother, relax, bro.
Fuck Tom.
Bro, his retina, bro. Both eyes, bro.
Bro, just listen, bro. Just this is what I want, bro. when something comes along, hey, don't worry, these boys are fighting for the undisputed heavyweight. And
Yeah.
Tom, go fight Francis Ngannou, bro, an MVP. That's it. That's all. That's the only fight, bro. That's the only fight they'll do, and that's it. Like, anyways, going back into this fight, bro. Like, this should be for the undisputed heavyweight title of the world. I don't think Tom is fighting neither of these guys. Um, his manager, which is now Eddie Hearn, came out and said like we don't want either of these guys. So it's
And
like,
I think if Pereira wins,
oh, dude.
if Pereira does win, John Jones talked about having that cell replacement, that cell replacement therapy on his hip, right, and feeling good, like he wanted to be on this card. So I think if Pereira wins, it's a bigger fight as if Pereira versus Jones were to happen, right? Because
Yeah.
now Pereira has the interim belt, you know, and then John Jones can sell the whole "I'm the best, I'm the actual champ." That you won the second interim belt, bro. You're the third champ. You get me? You get so earn it. So I think that's a way bigger fight and adds more revenue and more selling points for the UFC. So I'm rooting for Pereira. I think Pereira can chase history. And what a better guy to be the first 3 division champ, bro. Like his story, right? Battling alcoholism, coming to the UFC because Adesanya yapped. Can you imagine, bro? The only reason you come to the UFC is because some dude called you out, bro, and said, listen, you're going to be at the bar talking about me. And he said, oh, hold my beer. I'll be hold my beer. That's I love his story, bro. They need to make a movie out of it. I hope he wins, and I'm picking Pereira, putting my money on Pereira.
Pereira's the pick, bro. Pereira is the pick. I mean, I would love to see how Cirogan does with the footwork comes, because like that's the thing. Every time he's faced a different opponent, I think like out of all the opponents he's gotten, Tom Aspinall's the easiest one. Second one was Francis Ngannou, and then we're gonna see. You feel me? Like dude. I mean, look what happened to Magomed. Nobody talks about Big Gang anymore. Nobody shows love to Big
The
Gang.
gang's coming back, bro. Relax, bro. He's coming back, bro.
We're gonna give Big Gang a prelim card, bro. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get a prelim card. Former
All
champion.
right.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, the pick is Alex here. The pick is Alex gets it done. Um, I'm excited to see like the clash of styles is pretty intriguing.
The clash of styles is intriguing, but when someone's dancing around using that footwork, just fucking chop their legs, bro. Limit that footwork, bro. Cut the octagon side and just find that left.
That's it.
But speaking of Alex Pereira, he announced that he dropped some creatine, bro. Have you been taking it? Did you order it? I know you're a fanboy, bro. Did you order a bunch for the gym?
Was it mango creatine? I thought it was an energy drink. He drank some. Nah, bro.
No, it's a creatine, bro. It's a creatine. Tama creatine, bro. What do you think?
Okay, bro. That's fine. That's cool, bro. Good job.
Hey, catch your bag, bro. So market yourself.
Bro, before I leave, yeah, I got some creatine. I'm gonna put myself a little bone broth, put some creatine, salt, and drink that shit.
If you guys don't know, me and Floor Price Guy, we're setting up a fight. He's trying to make weight. I told him I'll fight you at a catch weight at 175. He has to cut. I have to bulk. We're gonna see what happens because he talks a lot of masa. He says that he sends me videos of him sparring, and I love the videos of you sparring, bro, because you always put, Papa, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. It's a video of you sparring.
Oh, dude. I went for a run, bro. I beat that guy's ass last Monday, and I went for a run. 2 Mondays ago, I whooped his ass, and you know why it is? Because of the fast. Now that your boy's on the clean diet, bro, the cardio's there. I made a mistake, bro. I made a mistake the next Monday. I ran on Sunday, and then I had breakfast, bro. That fucked me up. Like
all I'm gonna say, bro, is what are you gonna do, bro, when I grab you by the legs, bro, double leg you, bro, pick you up, bro, pick you up like Daniel, bro, when I pick you up like Daniel Cormier used to, bro, and I walk around the octagon before I slam you, what are you gonna do, brother?
To the blue belt, to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. Let's see, bro.
Anyways, it's all good love, it's all banter. Let's move on to our main event. We are riding with Alex Pereira to get it done in the co-main. Now, do you think it's Justin Gaethje on his Twitter account, or you think that's Ali?
That's Justin Gaethje.
That's Justin Gaethje, huh? They've been going. These boys are getting a little spicy, bro. Justin Gaethje brought Justin Gaethje's dad too, bro. What is he doing, bro? Talking. Justin Gaethje's dad needs to chill out, bro. He's acting like Tom Aspinall's dad, bro. Listen, let the boys handle it. Let the boys handle it. But anyways, it's getting a little spicy. Justin Gaethje brought up his wife, brought up his divorce, and Ilia Topuria in Ilia Topuria fashion, made a statement. I'm gonna knock you out. I think his dad called him short and he got offended. He said, when your son is lying down and I drop the rose, I'm gonna look at you and say, who's the short one now? my boy is my boy Ilya is crazy, bro. But anyways, we have Topuria taking on Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje last beat Paddy Pimblett via unanimous decision, whereas Topuria last beat Charles Oliveira via KO. Topuria last time out moved up to 155 and became a two-time champ with the KO win against Charles Oliveira. And if you remember when we broke down Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway, we said Charles Oliveira fought for the lightweight title as if it were for the BMF title and fought for the BMF title as if it were for the lightweight title, right? Like he came forward, he was trying to strike and he got knocked out. And against Max Holloway, he said, we ain't doing that, bro. We taking you down. We're going to ride out this decision. We're going to grapple fuck you. It is what it is, right? Topuria, he's well-rounded, bro. I mean, he started off his career in BJJ. He has that Greco-Roman background in wrestling, which is basically top control, right? It's basically top control. So he has exceptional wrestling, he has exceptional boxing, he attacks the body really well, throws not your normal 1-2 combinations, he throws that 4-5 combination, right? He finishes at the top, he has good takedown, solid grappling, and we saw that against Max Holloway. Like he took down Max Holloway just to take him down, if you remember, right? In that first round, he kind of just took him down just to show him like, hey, that threat is there, but he beat him up on the feet. Max Holloway was having some success on the feet. You look at Justin Gaethje, he last put a beating on Paddy Pimblett, but Paddy Pimblett wasn't able to get the grappling going, and I think that's where a lot of people picked Paddy Pimblett to win that fight. However, he did get tagged a few times by Paddy Pimblett, who doesn't have the best striking, right? We've seen Gaethje have kind of a reckless style, right, where he moves forward, he throws bombs. I kind of describe him as a bar style fighter. Like if I had to go to a bar and if I was drinking, who would I want backing me up? Nate Diaz, Justin Gaethje, and Conor McGregor, bro. I'd want those three cats, bro. Maybe John Jones. If John Jones is drinking, bro, I'll take John Jones too, bro. That's a bad man crew, bro. What do you think about that crew, bro?
Come say hi, Judge.
Oh, you got your son coming up? What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Good.
I'm back home now because
Okay.
I'm back home from school now.
Okay.
There you go. I hope you enjoy your day, buddy.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Sweaty.
He's a great
John
kid.
Jones, you always want John Jones, especially with a couple drinks in, bro.
Oh, with
John
a couple
Jones,
couple of extracurriculars, bro.
Remember, Chael Sonnen took down four men, bro. My boy, those four guys pressed charges afterwards, eh?
But back to what I was saying, Justin Gaethje, he's reckless, right? Sometimes in his striking, but he does have those vicious leg kicks. He does have that grappling pedigree as well. He doesn't really use it because he loves the striking. But I think here, up against a boxer like Topuria, who mainly uses his boxing, that pocket boxing, I think it'd be wise for Justin Gaethje to do what? Disrupt that lead leg. We always talk about it. When you're going up against a boxer, you want to disrupt that lead leg. So if Justin Gaethje utilizes those leg kicks, tries to get something going, maybe incorporate the grappling, stay away from the inside, move around, he does have success, but I think Topuria just is better, well-rounded everywhere, bro. I think it's a bad matchup. Like we've seen Justin Gaethje get tagged against and knocked out against Max Holloway, right? Granted, he broke his nose.
Yeah.
Fiziev did tag him a few times, did hurt him. Paddy Pimblett, who's not the best striker, hurt him. And Justin Gaethje is probably the better striker of those three. What is he going to do to him, right? And you have a Topuria who's going through some stuff, right? He's probably has a lot of people on X. Oh, he has all this pent-up aggression, this pent-up, just he's pissed off. He's going to take it out on Gaethje. But on the other side of that, he lost his gym, bro. Like if you look at his training videos, he doesn't have that expensive high-end gym that he once had when he was with his wife, right? Because she was funding it apparently or something of that nature. I don't know.
No, he
or it was at his house, or I forgot what it was, but he is training at a different facility, and I don't know how much that's going to impact him. I don't think it should at all, but there is that caveat, right? But I think Topuria here is going to get the finish, man. Gaethje, he has surprised us in the past. He has been the dog in all his fights, right? Against Paddy Pimblett, he was the dog. He won. Fiziev, he made us money. Max Holloway, we didn't bet on that fight, but he was the dog in that fight, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I think he was the dog. He might have been the favorite. Who knows? Gaethje, was he the favorite against Max Holloway?
Gaethje, yes, he was the favorite.
Okay, so he was the favorite, right? So he was the dog against Fiziev, and he was the dog against.
He was an underdog against Fiziev the first time.
Fiziev, yeah, and Paddy. Okay, so. If you want to bet on Gaethje and you believe that he's going to use those leg kicks, he's going to disrupt his base, but I just think Topuria, man. He's just poised. This guy's on a different level. He's gonna probably win here and then ask for that fight with Islam Makhachev. I think that's the fight. That's a big. There's 3 fights that need to happen, bro. John Jones versus Alex Pereira has to happen, or Tom Aspinall, one of those two. Islam Makhachev and Topuria, and Conor McGregor, and you have to give your boy what's his name, Michael Chandler, a payday, bro. Come on, poor guy, bro. That guy left 3 years of his life, bro, searching that paycheck.
He's been losing. The problem with that is like he's been losing. But let me break down what I see here.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Ilya. So there's a picture, and let me show you the difference.
That's edited, bro. That's edited. Don't fall for that bait, bro. You see the one where okay. There's one that was edited where they made him look really buff, bro, and I was like, what are we doing?
Bro, that's 155, by the way. That's 155 each.
That's like 10 pounds smaller than me, bro. Looking like me a little bit. No, don't you think?
Be careful.
Listen, bro. If you cover the top half, just cover the top half. Don't you think that's me, bro?
That's you. You're right. You're right. That is.
I'm just kidding.
But I'll say something. I think it's with every fighter. First time they make weight to 155, they're not. They're smallish compared to the. Dustin Poirier said it best. When I went down the first time and I fought 155, I was cutting less weight. But then, once I got my second, third fight in, my body started acclimatizing. So my muscles started to grow and got a little bit sicker. And that's what happened to Ilya Topuria. It's going to be interesting, man. If I'm Gaethje, like the leg kicks, he's going to have to spam them, bro. He's going to have to spam, he's going to have to spam and champ, look, you got to look. He's going to have to spam and just be constantly and Topuria is going to catch him in the body. Like he has the best boxing there is in the UFC. Max Holloway says he does, but Topuria, bro, his boxing is nasty, bro. I think the pick is Topuria, bro. Topuria is going to take this. Let's see how he is. He's excited. Gaethje has I think this is Gaethje's last fight. If Gaethje loses, that's it. Call it.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier that Greco-Roman wrestling, it's basically just all top control, right? You don't use your legs. So I think Topuria has that strength to just pick him up and drop him, and he can scramble really well. The only time in this whole career where we've seen Topuria in trouble was when Bryce Mitchell took him down, right? And then when Jai Herbert leg kicked him. Remember that?
Yeah. And that was 155.
That was 155, but that was early in his career, and he recovered really well, and he knocked him out in that fight. So
and Herbert has range.
Herbert has range. He's a bigger guy. So Justin Gaethje is not as big as Jai Herbert. He does have a 4-inch reach advantage, a 4-inch height advantage, and not that much reach. So I think Topuria here is going to look to get it done. So, and then champion a fight with Islam Makhachev. But for most Americans, bro, it's not going to look good. But Justin Gaethje gets it done. How badass would that be, bro? Justin Gaethje gets it done on the White House card.
An American cat.
Yeah.
Gets it done and has a couple of more paydays until he loses. But
but I'm picking Topuria here, bro. What are we doing?
Pretty steep here, bro. The mountain is pretty steep for the 29 versus 37. Been knocked out. Bunch of different, even like that Paddy Pimblett fight. It wasn't that I definitely had I bet on Gaethje at plus 200. But Paddy had its moments, and Paddy's not
on the feet too. On the feet too.
Yeah, Paddy's not a versatile striker. You're dealing with a technician here, right? And like I said, everybody's been able to take down. Charles took Topuria down, and you got to see Topuria bring him back up. Again, this dude is the good thing about this dude that he understands, and he got it very early on, that he needs to build a camp around him, right? And that's what the focus is. Like his brother isn't fighting because he's one of the head coaches.
And he's so methodical, bro. Like he gets his reads in so well. Like you watch that Alexander Volkanovski fight, right? He's just so patient, getting his reads, and then once he got some locked in, he just figures it out. He game plans really well. His corner does a really good job of assessing things, and we saw it against Charles Oliveira too, right? His read, he just came forward, and yeah, man. Yeah, I think Topuria here, he's just looking too good, man. He's destined to win here, in my opinion. I'm gonna go with Topuria.
Let's go with Ilya, and it's gonna be a good card. I mean, let's see. I'll say this about the card. I mean, last thing, we're gonna get something close to the Sphere. So one of the things to expect, if there's any way to put money on it, they're probably going to break down the 250 years of the UFC, and they're going to go through presidents, right? Christopher Columbus, Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, Christopher Columbus wasn't a president, brother. I'm sorry. Your Canadian education, bro, is showing, bro.
No, you're right. George Washington.
Christopher Columbus was not a president.
Edit that.
Hey, no, we're gonna leave that in there because Christopher Columbus was a fucking scumbag. Fuck
George
that guy,
Washington, bro. Sorry, George Washington was the first American president. I confused us.
My boy, don't confuse George Washington, bro, the great general.
No, bro, he came to my country, bro. He came with my country with little mirrors, bro, and he said, "Hey, look at these mirrors." How he did that in Mexico too. But anyways, champ, I think it's time to rug it. Appreciate you. We'll be live betting on the fights on Sunday.
Right on. Make sure you follow us on X at Combat Sport Guys. We do drop our picks. We do drop our bets. Also, I want to add that we are ranked number 5 in the world for the prop bets, baby. Look at that. I don't know how accurate the other crap is. I don't think it's that accurate, but the prop bets will take that accuracy, bro. We're number 5, so make sure you tap in. Make sure you show some love. Also, George Washington's a badass, bro. Back in the day, they used to bleed you because they thought that was a form of healing you, and they bled my man to death, bro. They cut him open, bro, and they killed him, bro.
I'm dead, bro. Oh,
80 ounces of blood, bro. My boy lost. But anyways, any parting words?
Champ, let's rug it. Take it home.
Right on. Make sure you guys love what you love. Do what you do. As always, we're Combat Sport Guys. Subscribe, like, share. Peace.
I'm rugging it, champ. Love you.